I caught my wife getting intimate with her cousin. I made sure her whole family watched too. I recently noticed that my wife was being extremely controlling. I was expected to give every little detail of my day and tell her my schedule in advance. I had never once cheated her straight, and I never gave her a reason to act like this. It felt unbecoming of my wife to act in such a way. However, I assumed she was stressed about work and didn't worry too much of it. I happened to be good friends with a CO worker of hers named John. I confided in John that I wanted to plan a special surprise celebration for our upcoming anniversary. He kindly offered to share my wife's work schedule with me to help me plan. This is when things started to unravel. The schedule John gave me didn't match what my wife had been telling me. After comparing, I realized she had been lying about her hours. She was taking occasional afternoons off work. Without telling me, I decided I needed to get to the bottom of what was really going on with my wife. Lucky for me, I had stacked several days of leisure time up, so taking a Wednesday off for me was not an issue. A few days go by, and Wednesday's here. I put on my work gear and leave for work. I was expecting her to leave as our apartment complex had two exits on the same road. I could see directly across from a shopping center, so I parked my car near the back and waited. After about an hour, I noticed a very specific red Mustang with a specific decal in the back window. It was her cousin. I had also done my due diligence to take an old laptop which we kept on our desk in an office area with a full view of the living room, bedroom door, and bathroom plus the kitchen. I had set it up for remote access and had it alert me when the webcam noticed movement, giving her the benefit of the doubt. I thought he may be dropping something off or coming over to assist her with something, as her family sometimes does. Sure enough, a message came through, so I tapped into my laptop. He walks through the door without skipping a beat. She unbuttons his shirt and begins kissing him. I created a URL link for the live stream, and as she was preoccupied, we had a family group text and a friend group text. They were both part of it, but at the current time, they were currently indisposed and didn't look at their phones. They didn't even wait. They could have gone to the bedroom, but no, they decided to get freaky-deaky right there on the couch. I sent the link to the friend group chat and the family group chat. Within minutes, I'm getting calls nonstop from friends and family alike. There was no turning back. Her phone was getting blown up, but she was ignoring it. Not until the fourth or fifth call came through did they decide to take a break. For context, the state I live in allows the recording of personal property regarding service of occupancy, and I was the only one on the lease. The call she had picked up was from her cousin's mother, who she was banging. She answers the phone on speaker, and I kid you not, the first words out of his mother's mouth were, "Stop screwing my son." They both became rigid, and she began to stutter over her words, saying, "What are you talking about?" The mother then divulged that there was a live feed of them sent out by me to her family. She grabbed every pillow off the couch and covered herself up. The cousin staggered off, trying to put on his pants and shoes just to trip himself up and bang his head on my coffee table. By this time, I had made my way to the front of the apartment complex. I was there to greet the adulterer as he came out of the front exit. He froze and began to cry, apologizing profusely. I'm not going to lie, what happened afterward wasn't my best moment. Let's just say I had a cast for 6 weeks, and he wasn't in any family photos for months. I went up to the apartment where she was now fully clothed and crying inconsolably. I asked her if it was snot or semen on her face, then I told her not to answer because it didn't matter anyway. I gave her 1 hour to remove all her belongings, as again, everything in the apartment was mine, except for clothes, some makeup, and a few kitchen utensils. Her mother would not let her move in, as she was just filled with embarrassment. Same for her brothers, and the cousin's mother kicked her son out. Rumors spread around our town very quickly, and for a lack of better words, she was untouchable.